What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. Hello, Lisa, Juan, Stephanie, LC. Thank you so much for stopping by. And we are getting into, of course, some very exciting battles here tonight. We have the second match for all of our teams here tonight. So the Espionage Espeons will be facing off against the Shadow Squad. You have the Unbridled Nightmares facing off against the Eevee Hearts. And our last battle of the night, it's going to be the Heavenly Heattrans going up against the Clemson Incineroars. We'll see which one of these teams can win against each other and get another check in that win column, moving them closer to the playoffs of season number 5. So we're going to jump into our first match. It's going to be the Espeons against the Shadow Squad. And let's go ahead and check it out. And here we go. There's a frozen screen. Looks like we missed part of it, but you have the Simple Beam coming from the Frost Rotom. Not so sure what happened to the video there, but oh my goodness, Beartic, excuse me, on the Shadow Squad using a jump kick, actually super effective against the Ice type. That was a really big hit right there. There goes a move from the Frost Rotom, not gonna work, didn't really soup up his moves that much, and Rotom's already in the red. What a bad start for the Espeons here. That is definitely not what they wanted to see. There goes a Brine, doing a little bit more damage with the critical hit there, but Beartic is still on top of the battle. It's gonna use a Thunder. Oh, that's a powerful move. See if it takes out the Rotom. Oh, Rotom hangs on with 1 HP. That's amazing. Wow, how did it do that? Thunder is a really strong move. It landed and it lived. Wow. But it wasted a turn using Sharpen, and that's going to be it. If the Beartic can attack this turn, looks like the Rotom's going to go ahead and go down, and there it goes, Psychic Fangs, and that's it. First Pokemon out for the Espeons, and they're going to have to move on to their second one. And it is a Walrein. So you have a Polar Bear versus a Walrus. This is the battle of the century right here. Two ice types facing off against each other. And there goes a withdrawal from the Walrein, raising his defenses, starting things off, trying to deal with that attack from the Beartic. Hopefully it can. And there goes a punishment. And the punishment not doing a lot, especially after the withdrawal from the Walrein there, and it uses Shadow Ball. That's bound to do a lot of damage, and it does. Beartic finally below half its health. That is an excellent look from the Espeons there, but Beartic tries his trump card. Wasn't very trumpy, it seems. Didn't do a lot of damage at all. Oh boy, here we go. There goes a Spite. Actually, good idea. Reducing the amount of Metronomes that Beartic has. May actually end up struggling before it goes out. There we go. There's a Rock Throw. Now that's super effective, but not a strong move. Not enough to do damage really to that Walrein. Is still above half health right now. Walrein going to retaliate here with a Comet Punch. That hits once, twice, 3, 4 times, 5 times. Wow, excellent move there. Brings Beartic down into the red. There goes a Flower Shield. That's going to fail. I think that only works on Grass-type Pokemon. So that's not going to work out well for them there. There goes the Walrein again, using Reflect. Raising the defenses again for the Espeons there. They're trying to hang on for as long as they can. There goes a Stockpile. Beartic going to raise its own defenses here. We rarely see Stockpile. They usually try to swallow without doing it, or spit up, one of the two. And it looks like we finally see a Stockpile out on the field. There goes a Leech Seed. That's going to fail. Beartic with another chance to do damage. Sunsteel Strike. I believe that's super effective. Or no, it's neutral because Walrein's a water type as well, but it does take Walrein down below half its health. Walrein needs to attack right now. Definitely needs to attack, uses Whirlpool. That's probably going to do it. But all the time, oh, it doesn't. Oh my, well, it's trapped in the Vortex. The residual damage may actually take out the Beartic there. But Walrein should have focused on attacking, because wasting all that time actually allowed the Shadow Squad to take half of its health, actually giving them an easier chance of winning. Here comes the Umbreon out for the Shadow Squad, and Umbreon is a bulky Pokemon. We have to remember that. Might have a hard time taking it out. We'll see what Walrein chooses to do. There was a Fusion Flare, another neutral move against the Walrein, and doesn't do anything. Umbreon doesn't have good attack or special attack stats, so there's that. And a poison gas. Good idea. Poisoning an Umbreon is probably the best thing you could do. Oh, except for the Synchronize. And that's it. It poisons the Walrein as well. That poison's definitely going to take out the Walrein, it looks like, unless it heals itself. But yeah, that's the poison's not what the Shadow Squad wanted to see either. Because they wanted Umbreon to stay on the field as long as possible, but the poison kind of ignores those high defenses it has. There goes a Slam. Slam doing just a little bit of damage. Poison taking over again, doing more damage to that Umbreon, and Walrein's in the red because of it as well. The Reflect's gonna wear off. Now, the defenses are down. Here we go. And there's a block. Interesting tactic. Not sure the Walrein was going to try to escape, but there it goes. The Steel Wing coming from the Walrein, and that takes Umbreon below half its health. Walrein goes down to the poison. Espeons down to their last Pokemon. Umbreon getting ever closer to going down there, and that poison gas proved to be a good idea on the Espeon side, but they're going to need this Electros to live as long as possible if they want to win. It still has to get past what's remaining of the Umbreon and that last Pokemon on the Shadow Squad there. Here we go. Umbreon going to go ahead with a U-turn. Oh, interesting tactic. Going to switch out right there. And they're going to send out their Luxray. That's the last Pokemon on the Shadow Squad's team there. That's interesting. Now they don't have to deal with the poison unless Luxray falls. Plus that Intimidate is going to lower the attack stat of that Electros. There was a Dazzling Gleam. Looks like Umbreon got out just in time too. That Dazzling Gleam would have been super effective. And here we go. There goes the Z move coming from the Luxray. See if he can do any damage to the Electros. The Espeons haven't used their Z move either. I think they didn't want to use it on the Umbreon because they expected it to go down to the poison anyways. Shattered Psyche from the Luxray. And it's just tossing that Electros around, doing a massive amount of damage. It's below half health now. It's going to use its own Z move. Here we go. It's going to be, a Supersonic Sky Strike. That's one of the ones we don't see too often. And there we go. How much damage will it do to the Luxray? It's not very effective. Luxray is an electric type Pokemon, and it didn't do that much damage at all. Not a good choice. Now Electros looks like it's going to have some trouble. There goes a Moongeist Beam. Oh my goodness. Looks excellent coming from that Luxray, doing a ton of damage. Electros down to 26 HP. It's all but over. There goes a Light Screen, trying to hang on to anything that it can, withstand any special attacks coming from the other side of the field. And here we go. There goes a Cross Poison. And that does it. Electros goes down, and that's about it. The Shadow Squad actually is going to win there. That's an excellent match by the Shadow Squad. Excuse me. I am noticing that we are having some connection problems. I do apologize there, but it should pick up in a little bit, hopefully. But if you do miss things in the matches, remember there is a video on demand that you can watch after the stream if you want to see. I do apologize for that, but hopefully everything gets fixed in a moment here. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our next match. Shadow Squad did an excellent job defeating the Espeons there, and we're going to move on to the Nighmares versus the Eevee Hearts and see exactly which one of those two powerhouses, because both of those teams did excellent in their first match. So we'll see who's exactly going to win right there. And we're going to go ahead and move on to match number 2, which is going to be the Aerodactyl on the Eevee Hearts going up against the Yanmega. And here we go. Aerodactyl is going to exert his pressure. That's always bad for whoever's on the other side of the field. And we'll see if that is going to help it out. Oh, it starts things off with a Leech Seed. And that's not a good look for the Nighmares right there. My goodness, that's definitely not what they wanted to see. They use a not very effective move, and we're going to see that Leech Seed take effect. And here we go. There goes an ominous wind coming from the Aerodactyl. And it's going to get the boost from the ominous wind, actually. Oh my gosh, you don't see that too often. That's great for the Eevee Hearts. Yeah, Mega was a powerhouse in its first match. We'll see if it can overcome this, but it looks like the Aerodactyl has the upper hand here with that Leech Seed, with the power boost. The Eevee Hearts are going to be all over this. There goes a Confide. That's going to lower the special attack, I believe. Yeah, special attack of the Yanmega. Not looking good for the Nightmares right now. Here comes the Secret Power. And oh, that actually does a decent amount with a critical hit, and it paralyzes. Excellent move right there. So Aerodactyl will be paralyzed. That can help him out. But that Leech Seed has been dangerous. It is actually taking a lot of health from that Yanmega. You see how much it healed back to the Aerodactyl from that. That's not what they want to see. A Lava Plume. They're using good moves, but not against the Rock-type Pokemon. That's not very effective. Here comes a Horn Attack. And the Leech Seed again, taking over, doing a lot. Healing a lot. And here we go. There goes the Yanmega again using Cosmic Power. It's going to raise his stats up here. Wow. Aerodactyl, Struggle Bug. Interesting. That's not very effective, but it doesn't matter. Yanmega was already low on health, so it goes out. And that's it for the Yanmega. And here comes the Sylveon on the Nightmares. They're hoping to turn things around. Sylveon's a pretty strong Pokemon. Hopefully they can. There goes another Moonguy's Beam, second one of tonight. That's coming from the Aerodactyl this time. Doesn't do that much damage. And oh, a Z move already from the Nightmares. Hoping to take out this Aerodactyl because it has been pretty detrimental to their team. My goodness. And its Z move failed right there. Not a good look for the Nightmares at all. They haven't been on their game tonight. But the paralysis did come into play there, so Yanmega did something at least. Here comes an Acupressure. I'm going to focus up the speed of the Sylveon. I think it was already faster, so might not have needed that speed boost. And there goes a Bone Club. Doesn't affect the flying type. I think they were trying to focus on the rock type and forgetting that you can't use ground type moves against someone in the air. And that's definitely not going to work here. Nightmares get to go again with a Shadow Ball this time. And how much damage will that do? Just a little bit. This Aerodactyl is definitely a problem for the Nightmares. There was a Hydro Cannon. My gosh, that does a decent amount. Not as much as the Eevees wanted. But now that Aerodactyl is going to have to recharge. That might give the Nightmares a free turn to use as it recharges. There goes an Earthquake. Well, they waste their few turn right there trying to use an Earthquake against a flying Pokemon. That didn't work out at all. Now Aerodactyl gets to attack. Here comes the next Metronome by Sylveon, Revelation Dance, Fairy type. And that's going to, do a ton of damage right there. Good move right there from, but a Self-Destruct. Self-destruct from the Aerodactyl. It said goodbye, and Sylveon goes down to that. And that actually was a good use of self-destruct. Aerodactyl was getting low on health. They have 2 Pokemon left on the Eevee Hearts, and it took out the second Pokemon on the Nightmares. The Nightmares are not in a good position. Chandelure comes out for the Eevees, and the Klinklang for the Nightmares. Wow, that is just not a good position for the Nightmares right now. Who expected that self-destruct? And it's rare that we see it used well, but that was a well-timed self-destruct by the Eevees. Here we go. Klinklang going to lower the defense of the Chandelure as it uses Outrage. That's not very effective, and it's going to be trapped in that Outrage for a few turns, so that's not a good look from the Eevees. Definitely not what they wanted to do. Klinklang going to have a few free turns. Gunk Shot. That's not very effective because it's a Ghost-type Pokemon. Here comes the Outrage again, doing just a little bit of damage. And here comes Klinklang. Klinklang going to use Secret Power. Doesn't affect the Chandelure. Second time we see Secret Power. Unfortunately, doesn't affect the Ghost type. And you're going to see the Z move finally from the Eevee Hearts here. See what they do. And it's a conversion. Interesting. So Chandelure is going to turn itself into a steel type. I don't know if it got rid of his ghost or fire typing there. We'll find out in the future, but it's a steel type now. Now it's going to resist that anchor shot. So, oh, that still did a ton of damage, even though it was resist. Oh, but the flame body. And now the Klinklang is burned. Remember, the Eevee Hearts do have a third Pokemon to rely on as they hit themselves in confusion there. That's not good. But the burn is taking some damage from that Klinklang. It is the last Pokemon on the Nightmare, so they don't want to have residual damage like that. They definitely want to try and get rid of it. Klinklang is going to copy the Flame Body, hoping to burn the last Pokemon on the Eevee Hearts if they get a chance. Here comes a multi-attack. That's not very effective. But it was a crit, doing a little bit of damage. Klinklang still hanging out above half health there after the burn damage takes effect. Here we go. There goes a Sonic Boom. Okay, so we got rid of the ghost typing on the Chandelure there, so that Sonic Boom was able to hit. Here comes a Brutal Swing. That doesn't do a lot of damage either, but Klinklang finally below half its health. Nightmares are not in a good position. They did well fighting this Chandelure. But you gotta remember, there is a Pokemon left. Here comes a Dragon Rage. That's it. Chandelure goes down, and the Eevee Hearts move on to their last Pokemon. Klinklang can win it for the Nightmares. It's just not looking so good. Here we go. There goes a Glaceon for the Eevee Hearts. Does have a typing disadvantage against the Klinklang. Remember, Klinklang does have Flame Body now. So if it uses a physical move, it could get burned. That could come in handy. Here we go. Glaceon's going to use Kinesis. Lower the accuracy of the Klinklang. Not a bad idea. Make sure it can't land any attacks. And if it does, its physical attack has been weakened by the burn. We got to remember that as well. Let's take a look here. Klinklang. Gonna go ahead with a Sword Stance. Oh, trying to overcome the burn effect by raising his attack. Doesn't have a lot of turn time to set up due to the burn damage that is taking. But it might have been a good idea. They may need to heal soon though. Get some HP back. Maybe a draining move. Oh, but a Doom's Desire. That was very smart. That is a stab. Super effective move that's gonna hit in the future. We're gonna see if that Glaceon can withstand it. It's gonna get rid of the Flame Body. Smart move by the Glaceon. Gonna give it Insomnia. That is a very interesting tactic. That Doom's Desire could be detrimental. It might actually take out that Glaceon in one shot. Here comes a Blaze Kick. Another super effective move. Glaceon almost down to half health. Will the Nightmares come back and win this battle? Zen Headbat is not very effective. Klinklang down to 14 HP. The burn doesn't take it out. 6 points. When will the Doom Desire hit is the question. Oh my gosh. Klinklang going to attack now. Disarming Voice. How much damage will that do? It takes below half health. That Doom Desire is definitely going to take out the Glaceon at this point. But a Rock Smash. That's super effective. That does it. Klinklang goes down. Nightmares almost came back and won. That was amazing. But unfortunately for them, the Eevee Hearts come away with the win. What a good match by the end of that. That was very, very interesting. Glaceon winning it for them. The Eevee Hearts get an, I think that was their first win of the season. So congratulations to the Eevee Hearts. We're going to go ahead and look at our next match. It's going to be the Heattrans facing off against the Incineroars. We'll see which one of these two teams can best each other this time. Here we go. We're going to have the Heavenly Heattrans and the Clemson Incineroars. Again, some reason the videos are starting after the fact. I don't know what's going on here tonight. Things are not working well. But nonetheless, here we go. Here comes the Escadrille. Or the Rose Raid, I should say. There goes the Psy Wave. That's not very effective. But, oh, wait, actually, no. It actually did a decent amount of damage there. I thought that was not very effective against Steel types. Here comes the Twister. Not doing much at all against that Rose Raid. Escadrille already at half health. Not looking good for the Heatrans. Here comes a Toxic. That doesn't affect the Steel type. We know that for sure. And a Leaf Tornado. Yeah, that's not very effective. Probably should use some better moves against the Rose Raid there. I don't even think his HP bar moved at that point. And there we go. There goes a Kinesis coming from the Rose Raid. Going to lower Escadrille's accuracy. Probably didn't even need to. The Escadrille has not been playing well at all And there goes a jump kick. Oh, it misses due to the kinesis and takes itself out because of it. That's definitely not what the Heattrans wanted to see here. Oh, I am so sorry for them. That's not good. There goes the Claydol on the Heattrans. That's going to come out. Another ground type Pokemon. Not looking good against the Roserade. Roserade's going to go again with the Mud Bomb. Doesn't hit Claydol due to the Levitate. So fortunate for them. And there goes a Zen Headbutt. That's going to be super effective. And Stab, by the way, almost takes out the Roserade. What a turn of events there. Roserade all the way down to the red. And here goes a Freeze Dry. That's going to be super effective. To the Claydol, actually does a decent amount of damage, a whole lot. Claydol right above the yellow. A Giga Impact. Going to take out the Roserade. But that's a bit overkill as Claydol is going to have to recharge in the next turn. Don't want to deal with that when you have another Pokemon to face off against. So that might have been a bad choice. Here comes the Emboar. Emboar is going to face off against this Claydol. Now, Emboar definitely has the disadvantage against the ground type. Oh, but it's not Emboar. It's Zoroark. Didn't even see that. I didn't know that Z moves undid Zoroark's illusion, but apparently it does. Zoroark is going to use its Z move right here, and it's going to be Hydro Vortex, which is super effective against the Claydol there. I wonder if it's going to take it out. And it does. Oh my gosh, Claydol faints. This is going to be a quick match, it looks like. Heavenly Heattrans are already down to their last Pokemon. That is, oh my gosh. So we have the Samurai onto the field. The Heattrans put up no fight so far in this match. Definitely a bad match here. My gosh. And there goes a Metal Burst. That's gonna fail. The Z move coming from the Samurott here. They're hoping to take out the Zoroark before it does any damage. Hopefully it doesn't. Does an Acid Downpour. That might actually do a decent amount. We'll see. Actually, it does. Zoroark down to about a quarter of his HP. It was a critical hit. The Z moves seem to help them out. They might be able to force it to be one-on-one with the last Pokemon for the Incineroars, but here comes a Leaf Blade, super effective. Samurai down below half itself. That Zoroark hits hard. My gosh, there goes a Dragon Dance, raising the stats of the Samurai. Might be too little too late. Already at half its health, and it has two Pokemon to face off against here. There we go, Supersonic. That fails, unfortunately. Can't confuse the Zoroark. There goes a Tearful Look. I believe that lowers what? A special attack? Or is both special attack and attack. So that's going to fall due to the Tearful Look. Samurott not looking like it's in a good position here. Going to use a Venom Drench. Only works if the Pokemon is poisoned. So of course that fails. There goes a Hyper Beam, and that has to be the end of the match. Hyper Beam hits the Samurott, and yes, it takes it out. The Clemson Incineroars came out swinging, and they won that match against the Heavenly Heattrans. What a match there. That was amazing. Make sure you guys stick around for our next match, which will be this Friday, and I'll let you know the teams that will be facing off against each other. You're going to have the Cyndaquils face off against the Gengars. The Skitties will be fighting the Growlithe pack, and the Mewtwo's will be taking on the Jazz Cats. With that being said, I do apologize for the lag that's been happening here tonight. I don't know what's going on, but internet doesn't work sometimes. So that is the thing. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. I definitely appreciate it. And we will be catching you next time.